สวัสดีค่ะพบกันอีกเช่นเคยนะคะ English for You บทนี้เป็นบทที่53แล้วนะคะในบทนี้เราจะได้เรียนรู้เกี่ยวกับถ้อยคำสำนวนที่จำเป็นในการพูดจาแลกเปลี่ยนความคิดเห็นหรือในการพูดคุยทั่วๆไปนะคะถ้าเราต้องการจะออกความเห็นหรือต้องการจะบอกว่าฉันคิดว่าที่ตรงที่สุดและใช้ได้ทั่วไปก็คือ I think เช่น I think it's very good ฉันคิดว่าสิ่งนั้นดีมากจะเป็นอะไรก็ตามนะคะถ้าเราไม่แน่ใจหรือต้องการจะพูดว่าบอกยากออกความคิดเห็นยากเราอาจพูดได้ว่า it's hard to say หรือ it's difficult to say หรือถ้าต้องการจะบอกว่าไม่ทราบจริงๆนะคะก็พูดว่า I really don't know หรือถ้าจะให้ฟังนุ่มนวลจำได้ไหมคะในบทที่แล้วพูดว่า I'm afraid I don't know ถ้าเราต้องการจะพูดว่าเราเห็นด้วยเราก็บอกว่า I agree หรือ You're quite right หรือ You're absolutely right แต่ถ้าเราไม่เห็นด้วยถ้าจะพูดตรงๆก็ได้นะคะเช่น I disagree ฉันไม่เห็นด้วยหรือ You're quite wrong คุณพูดผิดหรือคุณมีความเห็นผิดซึ่งเราอาจจะพูดได้นะคะกับคนที่คุ้นเคยกันหรือพูดแบบเป็นกันเองอย่างตรงไปตรงมาแต่ถ้าต้องการจะแสดงความสุภาพต้องการจะรักษาน้ำใจหรือต้องการให้คำพูดนั้นฟังนุ่มนวลขึ้นเราก็บอกว่า I'm afraid I disagree การที่เติม I'm afraid ไปข้างหน้าก็ทำให้ฟังดีขึ้นนะคะในบทอื่นๆเราจะได้พบตัวอย่างคำพูดที่ใช้ในการค้านอย่างสุภาพอีกคำพูดที่สุภาพเหล่านี้ต้องพยายามจดจำไว้นะคะจะได้นำไปใช้ได้อย่างเหมาะสมนอกจากนั้นในบทนี้เราจะมีโอกาสได้ฟังสำเนียงภาษาอังกฤษอีกสำเนียงหนึ่งซึ่งถือว่าคนที่มาจากประเทศนี้เป็นเจ้าของภาษาอังกฤษเหมือนกันเชิญติดตามเนื้อหาที่น่าสนใจในบทนี้ได้เลยค่ะ
Unit 53 Opinions
Speaking and listening
Introduction
What do you think of
Marriage?
Yes
Well, I think it's sometimes a good thing and sometimes a bad thing.
Yeah
What do you think of my jacket?
Your jacket?
Yes.
What do I think of it?
Yes.
Well, dark grey is a very interesting colour.
Do you think so?
Yes. Some people don't like dark grey. A lot of people don't like dark grey. But I think dark grey is a very interesting colour.
Oh, good.
And with that yellow shirt, it's remarkable.
Oh, thank you.
There's just one thing.
Yes?
I like the dark grey jacket. And the yellow shirt is very interesting. But I'm not sure about the purple tie.
Oh. Really? Listen to these slogans and tell me what you think. Number 1. Travel to the sun with sunshine travel.
That's not bad
Number 2. Travel to the sunshine with sunshine travel.
That's a little better
Number 3. Sunshine Travel, the world's favourite travel agency.
No
Right. And number 4. With sunshine travel, it's a small world.
Perfect
What's your opinion?
Listen
We must go and see this play.
Which play?
The Empty Room. One critic says it's fascinating, marvellous, and terrific, and another critic says it's boring, stupid, and terrible.
Okay, let's get some tickets for tonight. Well, what did you think of it?
Of the play?
Yes. Was it fascinating, marvellous and terrific? Or boring, stupid and terrible?
I thought it was interesting.
Listen and repeat.
Fascinating. Marvellous. Terrific.
Boring. Stupid. Terrible.
Listen and answer.
What's the most fascinating book you've ever read?
What's the most boring film you've ever seen?
Listen and repeat.
What did you think of it?
It was interesting.
What do you think of it?
It's interesting.
Listen. It's a marvellous exhibition, isn't it?
Magnificent.
He's a very interesting sculptor.
Fascinating.
He's sort of simple, but complicated.
Yes, I know what you mean. He's kind of classical, but modern.
That's right. Look at this, for example. What do you think of it?
Terrific.
Yes. A chair. A bottle on the chair. A small packet next to the bottle.
Remarkable.
Yes.
Excuse me, sir, madam. That's my lunch.
Ah.
I agree.
Listen and repeat.
I agree. You're right.
I quite agree. You're absolutely right.
Listen.
Could we have the first question, please?
Many people think nuclear power is dangerous and say we should abandon it completely. Do you agree?
Many people think nuclear power is dangerous and say we should abandon it completely. Do you agree? Jeremy Barrett.
Yes. Nuclear power is dangerous, very dangerous. And yes, we should abandon it completely, before it's too late.
Well, Jeremy Barrett has no doubts about this question. Helen Short.
No, I agree with Jeremy. I think he's absolutely right. Nuclear power is very, very dangerous. We should use other forms of energy, the sun, the wind, the waves of the sea, for example. Many people have said nuclear power, no thanks, and I agree with that opinion.
I disagree.
Listen and repeat.
I disagree. You're wrong.
I totally disagree. You're quite wrong.
Listen.
Well, Henry Boswell, what do you think?
Well, I totally disagree with Jeremy Barrett and Helen Short. I think they're quite wrong. Nuclear power is a very safe form of energy. Should we abandon it? No, we should definitely not abandon it. Helen Short talked about the sun, the wind, and the waves of the sea. These are nice ideas, but they are not practical ideas.
You're quite wrong, Henry. They're very practical ideas.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
I'm sorry, Helen, but they are not practical ideas.
Yes, they...
Well, we have two opposite opinions there. Could we have the next question, please?
Listen and say, I agree or I disagree.
Nuclear power is dangerous, and we should abandon it completely.
No comment.
Listen.
Mr. Boswell, is your party going to win this election?
It's hard to say at the moment.
But you feel things are going well?
It's difficult to say at the moment. We'll have to wait for all the results.
If your party wins, who will be the new foreign minister?
I really don't know.
Do you think you'll be the new foreign minister yourself?
No comment.
People have suggested that you would like the job.
I have no comment on that.
Would you accept the job?
No comment. Thank you, ladies, gentlemen.
Mr. Boswell.
Song.
Maybe.
It isn't always easy to say that's wrong or that's right. It isn't always easy, there's grey between black and white. So don't be surprised when you ask me, do you agree? And I reply maybe, 'cause maybe is good enough for me. You can say that day is the opposite of night, but some things are neither wrong or right. You can say that old is the opposite of new, but some things are only sometimes true. It isn't always easy. It isn't always easy. So don't be surprised when you ask me, do you agree? And I reply maybe, 'cause maybe is good enough for me. You can say that day is the opposite of night, but some things are neither wrong or right. You can say that old is the opposite of new, but some things are only sometimes true. You can say that day is the opposite of night, but some things are neither wrong or right. You can say that old is the opposite of new, but some things are only sometimes true.
Accents of English.
This speaker is from Australia. Listen.
I'm a French teacher, and at home if I was teaching a French lesson, a child didn't want to learn French, you'd say, but I'll never go to France, I won't ever need it. And I get the same answer, the same response here, I'll never go to France. I can't really imagine why anybody would say it. You know, to me it seems such an incredible sort of sentence. In other subjects they're still not interested in learning, there's no real urge to do it. I think perhaps it's probably sort of a result of the society they live in. In Australia it's a fairly egalitarian society, and your qualification is your passport to success. Here it's sort of either family or money, or both, and your success line is already mapped out. I find that the teaching staff room varies a lot between Australia and England. The teachers in Australia are more unified, they have one idea and it's generally carried out as a unified whole idea. But in England I find that the teachers tend to have lots of varying ideas. Perhaps I think they're being sort of liberal or sort of freedom lovers, but they tend to fight against each other in their ideas and beliefs, and don't present to the students a unified idea so that the child knows exactly where he's going.
Synopsis.
Dialogue.
Can I give you a hand?
You can cut the tomatoes if you like.
Okay.
Oh, do you mind if I turn the radio on for a moment?
Go ahead.
There's a programme about schools.
Oh.
Very interesting. Have you noticed any other differences between schools in Australia and schools in England?
I find that the teaching staff room varies a lot between Australia and England. The teachers in Australia are more unified. They have one idea and it's generally carried out as a unified whole idea. But in England I find that the teachers tend to have lots of varying ideas. Perhaps I think they're being sort of liberal or sort of freedom lovers, but they tend to fight against each other in their ideas and beliefs and don't present to the students a unified idea so that the child knows exactly where he's going.
Hello?
Elizabeth, hi, it's me.
Oh, hi, Jeff. Where are you?
I'm still at the office. Sorry, but I'm leaving right now. Is everybody there?
Angela's here, but the others haven't arrived yet.
Okay. I'm on my way. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for joining us. In next week's Opinions on Education, we'll be discussing private schools. A good thing or a bad thing. Until then, goodbye.
Oh.
Well, are you a liberal, freedom-loving teacher?
I don't know. I suppose so. I just try to be a good teacher.
Is your staff room full of fighting teachers?
No, I wouldn't say we fight exactly. We don't all have the same opinions, of course, but I think that's a good thing.
Have you seen the film If?
Oh, the film about English public schools?
Yes.
Yes, I saw it a few years ago.
What did you think of it?
Well, I thought it was sort of interesting.
สำเนียงภาษาอังกฤษที่ได้ฟังในบทนี้ก็เป็นของชาวออสเตรเลียนั่นเองมักจะเป็นเรื่องล้อเลียนกันนะคะว่าชาวออสเตรเลียแม้จะใช้ภาษาอังกฤษเป็นภาษาแม่แต่ก็มีสำเนียงพูดที่แตกต่างจากชาวอังกฤษหรือชาวอเมริกันมากความแตกต่างที่เห็นได้ชัดก็คือการออกเสียงสระบางสระนะคะเช่นในคำ today ซึ่งจะออกเสียงคล้ายๆ today นะคะเลยเป็นตัวอย่างที่มักจะนำไปล้อกันอย่างไรก็ตามความแตกต่างเหล่านี้เป็นเพียงส่วนหนึ่งเท่านั้นเองเราเองในฐานะที่เป็นผู้ที่เรียนภาษาอังกฤษโดยที่เราเป็นคนต่างชาติอยู่แล้วเราก็ควรจะสร้างประสบการณ์ในการฟังเจ้าของภาษาสำเนียงต่างๆเพื่อประโยชน์ในการสื่อสารพบกันใหม่ในบทหน้านะคะสวัสดีค่ะ